So on the Singer, the way the pattern selector works, there's an outer knob and an inner knob. And what these knobs do is, for instance, the inner knob here, when you pull it out, the way that it engages, there are little notches here in the metal. And when you pull this out, there is a piece here that is a flat piece that slides into each one of those notches. So when you pull this out and slide it up, it goes into a different notch. So each time you pull it up and go down, it goes to a different number. So as you go up and down on these numbers here, or the letters I should say, it goes into the notch. So when you pull it up, first of all, it should pull the back knob here should pull forward very easily like this and slide up and down. In order to move it, first of all, you have to place this width control over to this side here, and then make sure that the needle bar, the take-up lever, is at its top position here and not down like this. Make sure it's in the up position, that the needle frame, the bar, moves back and forth. And so you pull this up and you make sure that it moves up and down. If it doesn't, you can use solvent such as isopropyl alcohol to clean this area here, this area where this slides in and out. So in other words, you want a little bit of isopropyl alcohol in here where this is going to slide in and out. And you also want to get, after the alcohol dries, and get the isopropyl alcohol in here so that this slides up and down like this. Then when the alcohol is dry, you can put the oil, sewing machine oil, in here and move it back and forth. Put it in this area here and move it up and down. Get it sliding. Get the oil all inside of here. Don't use a ton, a drop or two here, a drop or two here, a drop or two here. Don't over oil it because it'll just leak. And get it up and down. The next one is the one that goes up and down this way. And the way it works is the whole shaft here goes from the back through here, through this thing, all the way to the front. And so when you push this in, the whole shaft moves, but it serves the same purpose. The shaft here has little grooves, and it has the little blade that goes into the grooves. So again, you want to get the isopropyl alcohol into this little spot here, into the front, so it goes in and out, in here where it goes in and out, and that's about all you can really hope for. And also, really importantly, in this area here, so that as you turn, it goes up and down. You can also get the isopropyl alcohol into this little area right in there. And once you get the alcohol in there and move it back and forth, make sure that if this little piece doesn't line up properly in one of those little slots, the screw will stick out. So you have to turn the knob until, if it's halfway between one letter and the other, it'll stick out. So make sure that it goes in and out, and get it moving up and down with the alcohol, and wait for it to dry a little bit, or just a minute or so, and then put oil. Of course, like I was saying earlier, get the oil in the same spots you got the isopropyl alcohol, which is in here, in here, in here, back and forth. Get it in this little area here, and also in this little joint here. And then keep moving it until it moves easily up and down. Then for normal sewing, if you put it on B, if it doesn't quite go in there, just kind of wiggle it until it pops in, and you know it pops in when this screw goes in all the way and isn't sticking out like that. Same goes with this one. You generally want B and L. So you leave it on B and L, and then you can do your zigzag and straight stitch. So that's basically how you want to get that thing moving without getting into the specifics of adjustments and things like that. If you don't know what you're doing, don't turn any screws. That could be a big problem.